Hi international career seekers, this is Dahlia and I help young professionals to land the careers that they want. So let's talk about how to know what you want. So many of you have been aiming for your second best options, what we call your plan B's and your plan C's. And what that means is that you're doing things like saying, okay, this is just going to be a kind of a stepping stone, or you're telling yourself, I'll just do this for a few more years and then we'll see where that leads me, or things like, I don't know what to do, so maybe I'll do this course and see where that takes me. Or you're doing things that aren't really your dream, but they just seem more realistic, more feasible, or like the easier option, because your dream either just seems too difficult, totally unrealistic. You might think, well, everyone wants to do that, so obviously that's not a realistic thing and there's too much competition, I'll go for this instead, or you know, that kind of thing. All of that means you're going for your plan B's and your plan C's. And so when we talked about this was about 2 videos ago. I'll put the link there and make sure you watch that video if you haven't seen it yet. So after I posted that video, a lot of you got back to me and said, oh my God, this is me. I've been stuck in this kind of a situation for so long. I am totally going for my plan B's and my plan C's. Please help me out, because I don't even know what my plan A is. How am I supposed to know my plan A? And you requested that I give you some tools to determine what your plan A is so that you can move forward with what you do want and you stop holding yourself back with all of these other options. So that's what we're going to talk about right now, so that you can stop wasting all of this time. Some of you have been wasting even years, I mean many years for some of you, just stuck in this limbo zone of going for different options. And you know what that's like, some of you. You go for one thing that seems like, okay, I guess this is what I should do. You go for that, you can spend any amount of time on it. It can be years for some of you, and then after a while, the doubts creep in, and then you change directions, and then you try something else, and then the doubts creep in again because it's really not the best option for you. And then you go, well, maybe I should just stick with this, maybe this is as good as it gets, maybe that's what work is just supposed to be like, maybe this is as happy as people are supposed to be, all of that kind of thing. And then you just stay stuck in this limbo zone, wondering if you should change direction, stay where you are, or what. So, none of this needs to be the case, okay? There is a very simple way to determine your plan A. And if you don't know what it is, if you're feeling really confused right now, what I want you to do is just stop for a second and take a deep breath all together, okay? Let's take our deep breath now. Admire the beautiful green scenery here around me in Manila. Now, the reason I want you to just pause here for a second is because you actually don't need more tools, okay? You don't need all of these career aptitude tests which are going to go through your skills and your personality and all of that kind of thing to determine, you know, what is the best career path for you, and it's going to spit out some kind of an option, and you're going to look at it and you're going to go, I don't know, is that a good option for me? Maybe, maybe not. You're going to be stuck in the same kind of situation. Or some of you are going traveling to find yourselves, hoping that is going to give you your answer, which of course it won't either. And some of you, again, are just trying some courses, or you're waiting for your next pay bonus to see how big your bonus is, and if it's big enough, you'll stay. If it's not big enough, you'll leave. All of that kind of thing. But none of this is what you really need. The answer, as often is the case, right? The answer is actually within you. And so all of you guys know what you want. Now, how do I know this? I have talked to some of you already, but for those of you I have not talked to, how do I know this about you even though we've never met? Well, by now I have talked to hundreds of professionals, and they are at all stages of their careers. They come from all walks of life, they are from all age groups, and they live all over the world. They're from all different sectors, and not a single one of them does not know what they want. So trust me on this, you're not the only one out there who doesn't know what they want. You do know what you want. We all do. Not a single one of the people I've talked to doesn't know what would make them happier, what would make them more fulfilled, and especially how they want to feel every day when they get out of bed in the morning, right? So if your plan Bs and your plan Cs are making you feel less than super excited and super exhilarated, then no, those are not your plan As, okay? And so this doesn't mean that you have all of the details ironed out. It doesn't mean, some of you don't even know necessarily if you want to be a freelancer, or if you want to start your own business, or if you want to be a more permanent fixture somewhere. These are honestly all details, and those are the kinds of details that I can help you to sort out. And a lot of you are really just getting stuck on the how. So you try to figure out what you want, but you constantly keep going back to the how are you going to do that, and the how seems impossible. You have no idea how to make that happen, so that's why you're automatically switching to your plan Bs and your plan Cs. So the how, again, I can help you with that. I can give you those details, I can give you the how, but what I cannot help you with is getting past that bridge of fear in terms of committing to your dream and committing to living your best life, living the happiest you can be, and not making those concessions, okay? Really dedicating yourself towards giving yourself the best life you possibly can, and putting everything possible that you can on your side to support yourself, and in order to make that happen, so that you can also then give back and support others. This really works like a chain. It creates a chain of effect, where the more support you bring on board for yourself, the more happiness you create for yourself, the more you're going to be able to give others. And this, everyone says this, it sounds like, yeah, that's nice. But once you see this happen, you truly will believe it. You'll see that this really, really does happen. So, what you need to do, honestly, the absolute easiest way to figure out your plan A, if you're still confused about this, this doesn't need to take a lot of time at all. We can figure this out in a 45-minute to 1-hour call together. This is what we do on the career roadmap session. And the reason we do that session is to see if it's a good fit for us to work together for you to actually get to your goal. And so in order to know if I'm able to help you to get to that goal, we need to know what your goal is. So if you hop on one of those sessions, we're going to figure out what your goal is, and then we're going to see if I can help you to get there. So within 45 minutes to 1 hour, you can have your plan A clear. So if you haven't done one of those sessions yet, if you're still feeling unclear about what your plan A actually is, then hop on a call with me. We're going to figure that out. We're going to get you that clarity so that you can stop being stuck in this limbo, and you can just move forward and start getting what you want. So the link for that is accelerateYourAmbitions.com/apply, and that's going to bring you directly to my calendar, and from there you can just grab the best slot that works for you. And then there's going to be a short questionnaire to fill out to help us to prepare for our session. And after that, we're going to jump on a call together. We're going to get your plan A figured out. We're going to figure out what's not working for you right now, and then how you need to move forward. What are the things you have to do in order to get unstuck, in order to move forward? And so those sessions are providing a lot of clarity to people, oftentimes more clarity than they've ever had in their entire life. So don't miss out, go book one of those sessions. It's completely free, and really the only catch is that you need to be someone who's decisive. You need to be someone who is ready to put all support on your side, to really be one of these successful people who gets all available support on your side, who pushes yourself forward, and who is decisive in terms of moving forward and not staying stuck. So go ahead, book a session, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you on that call. And also I'd love to know in the comments, where are you stuck right now? What are your different options? What are you struggling with in terms of trying to figure out what your plan A actually is? So, as always, lovely talking to you, and let's speak soon. Okay, have a great day, everyone. Bye.